This is Don't Panic, episode number 254, recorded September 23rd, 2019. Quantum Leaps. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Don't Panic, the technology podcast on gadgets, the internet, and of course you. We wouldn't forget about you. I'm Sean Jennings, joined as always by a couple of guys who are just swell. It's Colby Rabideau and Dan Miller. Couple of swell fellas.
Happy second coming of summer.
It's back, everyone.
With a vengeance.
It's back.
Yep.
We had those nice temperate days. It's over. It's done.
Sweaty day.
You thought it was a limited time offering, but psych.
You burned. Literally. Guys, we are celebrating a huge milestone here tonight, and you may not even realize it.
No, I don't realize it. What is our milestone?
So this just happened to come to me today, and I was like adding up some numbers in my head. I'm like, that can't be right. So I used a calculator and double checked my numbers. This episode right here, because Don't Panic is part of the Coffee and Beer family of podcasts, as we've mentioned many a time here, Game Nights, Up for Debate. This is the 501st Coffee and Beer episode.
Wow. That's 500 hours of content, give or take.
Yep, you're absolutely right. And the incredible thing that then I realized, and that's when I got sad, was I've only ever not been on one of these episodes, which is the one you two did of Don't Panic Without Me, which means this is my 500th episode, which is buck wild insane. That's out of control. I'm like,
congratulations, Sean.
Over what, 7 years, 500 hours of this.
Wow. Look what we've done.
What we've created. We're like the mad scientists of audio. and we should be chased out of town with pitchforks and torches.
There's still time.
I mean, if they haven't canceled us by now, Colby,
Right.
We're flying so low under the radar, we've crashed into the ground. I think is how I would describe us. So congratulations to 500 episodes. Hey, here's to at least a couple more.
Cheers. Cheers
Yes,
to that.
Sir.
Clink.
Cheers.
There you go. Very nice. So what's new with you guys? What's going on?
I upgraded to iOS 13 because I couldn't wait.
As did I.
As did I.
I mean, it's
Naturally.
5 days. Like, really, is it really worth waiting?
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I think it's been okay so far. I've had a couple weird things happen. Some things with notifications. Also on my watch, like weird things on the watch.
Did you upgrade to watchOS 6?
Yeah. I like dark mode though. Sean doesn't like it.
No, you know what it is? It's not dark mode enough for me. And the issue is, I think it's not dark enough. I need it darker. If you're going to do dark mode, you do dark mode. I don't want, like, soft gray mode. And the other thing is that the Apple's built-in apps work really well, and the sort of UI works really well, and then you go into, like, Instagram or Facebook or something, and they're blindingly bright. You know, Outlook has a really good dark mode. Tweetbot has a really good dark mode. I mean, there are apps that do it, but it's on an app-by-app basis, so it totally defeats the point. And apps don't default to dark mode. I don't know if there's an ability to do this in iOS. I just haven't seen an app do it yet. If it can detect you have dark mode on and automatically change.
Slack does it now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So does OmniFocus.
Oh, yeah, it did switch to dark. Okay. That's good. More apps need to do that. That's what's missing for me. It's not really dark mode until the apps support it. See, I already had a lot of them in dark mode. I'm a big dark mode fan.
Yeah, I think that stuff will get there. Let's see, what iOS 13 updates do I have? Well, I don't really have any iOS 13 specific things to complain about. The new share sheet is cool. Yeah.
Yep.
However, I also got
Whoa!
phone.
Jeez.
Oh,
And-
already.
And actually, there's a couple interesting things about this. So I accidentally scheduled my pickup at the Apple Store for 8 a.m. on Friday, which is the first possible time it could be. Because of time zones, I screwed it up. Made the appointment in a different time zone. Classic. And so that was my first time being at an Apple Store for like opening morning of a thing. And it wasn't insane, but it was definitely very busy. They had a very interesting system set up where you would get in a line outside, and then you would get in a line inside, and then while you're in the line, someone would take your order, as it were, your pre-order in this case. I guess I was in the pre-order line. And then eventually, while you're still in line, get you your phone and then bring you upstairs to this antechamber where you would get walked through setting up your phone, which I didn't really need, but I was like, you know what? I'll do it. Like, let's see what happens. But really, there was nothing to it. My phone, because I did the pre-order with the Apple Upgrade program, my phone came registered with my T-Mobile account. I have no idea how they do that. Mm-hmm. So I just turned it on, and then I didn't have to do anything else. It transferred the service, and then I've watched their Wi-Fi slowly burn to the ground as a bunch of people are restoring from Wi-Fi backups simultaneously. And then I got tired of waiting and I left. But that was an interesting experience. As predicted, the camera is amazing. And also, as predicted, I miss 3D Touch on the keyboard so much. Like,
really?
Yeah. There's this thing you can do where you press in on the space bar to get that trackpad behavior, like you can on the old phones, where you 3D touch into the keyboard and then you get the trackpad to move the insertion point around. But it doesn't scroll as well. I don't know why. So I often use this because I'm a nerd to edit URLs by hand if I know what the URL needs to be, and I can't scooch the cursor to the end of the URL. At all.
Is there no more 3D touch?
No more 3D touch on the new phones. What? I know.
I didn't know that. I would have kept my old phone. I don't want to touch in 2 dimensions.
It's not as much fun. I mean, maybe someday we'll get 4D touch.
Well, that sounds fine, but where am I now in the meantime?
Now you're
flat as hell, man.
What a day.
I never used 3D touch. That's fascinating. I would not have guessed you had said that.
You never used 3D touch for the keyboard? I thought we talked about it on this program.
Yeah, we did, and I keep forgetting it exists, so I'm a Luddite, and I just do it. I also don't edit stuff that often, to be honest. And I've gotten really good about doing it the old-fashioned way. But I agree with you. I hadn't even noticed.
The new camera is amazing in light mode, and it's extremely crisp. Or sorry, dark mode. The new camera app that you only get on the new phones, or is it just the Pro? I'm not really sure. Where you can see, it's always capturing the whole, all 3 sensors, so you can crop outside of where the frame was, or adjust alignment. That stuff is really cool.
That's cool.
The other thing I miss 3D Touch for is, I don't know, on your home screen, Sean, you have the flashlight and then the
camera
button, or I guess the lock screen.
Yeah.
You have to 3D touch on your camera button to get it to work, right?
Right.
But now you can't do that, so you long press on it, which takes longer.
What?
But now I've learned that you swipe to the right, whoop, and that does the same thing. Oh, sorry, no one can see.
Oh. Mine does that too.
But
that's always been the case, hasn't it?
Oh, maybe it needs to be unlocked. Swipe.
Yeah, that's always been there. Oh, look at that. God, that screen looks great. No, Dan, because I was just thinking, you keep talking about 3D touch over and over. The iPhone XR doesn't have 3D touch. It never had 3D touch. I haven't had 3D touch for a year. That's why.
I didn't realize that.
It's haptic touch now is the thing.
Yeah, so I'm not as big a fan of that. I like the matte back. is an improvement
Matte
over the
Yeah.
glossy back.
And you got the space gray? Is that correct?
I did. Yes.
Got a case on that bad boy yet?
Absolutely not.
Hey,
That's what the Apple upgrade program is for.
they say it's the most durable phone they've ever made. Put it
That
to the
free
test.
Apple Care. Plus, it's so heavy. If I put a case on it, like,
Now, does the upgrade program cause cover drops? The default Apple Care?
I don't know.
I don't know if they do. I don't know if it's free or a very low charge. It might be one of those like $29 repair fees. But yeah, no, it
Gotcha.
covers it.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about it.
Great.
I'm excited for my space green phone when it gets here.
Yeah.
Space green,
That would be great. We should put space in front of all the colors.
Yeah.
space gold.
Space gold and space silver.
Space rose gold.
Oh, that's great. Well, I'm curious what your long-term research will pan out on the battery life.
My years of research,
See if you notice
all
a big
leading
difference.
up to this moment.
That's great. I will say, honestly, the biggest difference I've seen in iOS 13 is Face ID is a lot faster. That's really the first thing I noticed right away.
Oh, interesting, because I saw all the reviewers saying that it didn't seem faster on the new phones, but it did seem faster to me, but maybe that's just an iOS 13 thing.
I genuinely, like I said, that was like the very first thing I noticed when I upgraded. It was like, wow, that's really zippy, and it's been really zippy since. So that was a nice upgrade. But otherwise, there aren't really too many of the other features. I tried the new CarPlay, which I was very excited about.
Ooh.
Is it everything you hoped?
It's better than the old one. It needs some work. The big advantage was, well, the overall design tweaks are good. It's just a little better to look at, but the big advantage was going to be their sort of multi-mix screen where you were going to have the map with your music controls, with the other stuff, kind of Siri-controlled smart interface. The issue is that particular layout only supports Apple Maps at the moment, and you can't get Google Maps in it, which drives me crazy, and so I don't use it.
Have you tried Apple Maps recently?
I have. I tried the navigation in the car with the new Apple Maps, and using that like multi-panel screen, it works super, super well. The directions are very clear, and it worked very fast, and I didn't really have any complaints or issues with it. I haven't used it on the phone at all, but it worked. I've noticed it's a little more aggressive of like knowing when I leave work every day and being like, oh, it's 7 minutes to your house with light traffic, and kind of that kind of Google stuff's been doing for a while, being more aggressive about suggesting things. But it seemed to work very well. It was very crisp and fast, and directions seemed adequate.
Yeah, I used Google Maps a little bit on that long drive I did a couple of weeks ago, and it was fine. Did I say Google Maps? I meant to say Apple Maps.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Yeah, I agree with you. And this is getting into the minutia a little bit, but the new CarPlay supports. You know how cars, they have that main screen in the center of the console, but then they also have that small screen behind the steering wheel. Usually,
where like the speedometer is.
Yeah, that uses that secondary display that'll show you like tire pressure and all kinds of other stuff. The new CarPlay actually supports using both displays, which is
That's
interesting.
cool.
But 0 cars on the market currently support it. So I would like to see.
Well, that
that
makes
upgrade.
sense.
But otherwise, no, it's been fine. WatchOS 6, I haven't really.
So wait, if you had that up, would you not see your speed?
I don't know the details of how it works. I mean, obviously, you have the physical speedometer. Most cars still have a physical speedometer, but I would assume they would wrap that data in. The new cars, Apple supports doing the AC and all that kind of stuff through CarPlay. Again, not in a lot of models, only the brand newest ones. But I would assume then they can jack into that data and just use that. You can
That's so
customize
cool.
that display. But
So,
I don't
like,
know
you
the
could-
details of that.
You can tell Siri to turn up the air conditioning.
You can tell her to set to a specific degree.
What?
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like particular automakers, and that's always
Yeah.
the pain is integrating.
That's very.
And I have a 2018, and it's not integrated, so they're just getting there now.
That's so cool.
I'm trying to think of other WatchOS. I haven't really noticed anything.
Oh, I love that you all turned me on to switching to the app list view last year.
Yeah.
I think in the app list view, the icons are much bigger now.
And the fonts
They're so
bigger
clickable.
and- yeah,
They're fantastic. Yeah.
I
Yep.
agree.
I like this new watch face. This one.
Oh, bold.
Which one?
The big chunky numbers.
Oh, that's the one I'm using too, or I was using it. I think that'll be my new weekend watch face when I don't need to have my calendar up all the time.
Weekend watch face. I was disappointed that I hadn't really looked through the watch faces in a while, but I was disappointed that more of them don't have complications.
Yeah.
The watch
It's-
face gallery is weak, period. I'm just going
Yeah.
to come right out and say it's not good.
Like,
It's so-
why aren't there third-party watch faces yet? Come on.
Well, I don't remember where I read this, but I saw a thing that was like, oh, the reason why there are no third-party watch faces is because now Apple knew that watch faces were going to eventually have to support this low power mode. And so you can't have a watch face that's just like a program doing shit in the background, and then like, how do you manage that? Like, so I don't think it's still out of the question, and I think now they know like, oh, okay, like here's how you take advantage of that crazy 1 hertz display driver, and here's the things that you can and cannot do, or how you structure an app so that sometimes it can make API calls and sometimes it can't, or whatever.
Right. That
But-
makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like, on the one hand, I'm like, well, Apple should be really good at making watch faces because this is like, it's just an interface. It's
Yep.
like their whole deal. The software and the hardware, they're the only ones that can do it. It's super locked down. But maybe they also, like, that is true, but they don't, like, that same instinct drives them to not make watch faces with complications, because then you might have, like, people who can make it ugly or whatever.
It gets complicated.
No, I think, but even outside of complications, what drives me crazy is because I remembered in the announcement, oh, hey, new watch faces. I went and looked, and I'm like, none of these are new. I thought the new ones were old ones because they're not unique or that different from, like a great example is, right, they have those couple of Disney ones that they announced years ago with Mickey and Minnie and Woody. Add a Spider-Man one. I mean, it's like they haven't expanded it in any way. It's baffling to me, even for Apple to not do it.
Yeah.
I'm curious what they're why? Why?
I don't know. And the ones I like are the cool ones that only Apple could do, where it's like a video of a mountain that reflects the time of day, the solar watch face.
Yeah.
They have all these dope wallpapers on the Apple TV. I would love to see stuff like that on the watch.
Yeah.
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 Oh well. I did learn my iPad is not iPadOS compatible.
Oh.
Womp womp, too old. I've officially.
What
crossed
iPad
that
do you
threshold.
have?
See, the problem is I don't know any of the names of them anymore. It's
Well,
somewhere
they were-
between iPad 4 and iPad Air 1.
Oh.
I think I'd have to pull the serial number and Google it, or the model number, and find out. So I think I'm just too old because I was still getting 12 updates.
Now that's happening tomorrow, right?
That I just realized that before we came on air. Yeah, that they changed the date from September 24th to September 30th. Or
It's
sorry,
confusing.
from September 30th to September 24th. There's actually a
Oh.
story in the rundown about this.
They moved it up.
Well, the 13.1 and iPad OS. Correct.
Gotcha.
Yep.
6 days ahead of schedule.
Yeah, they'll be adding in 13.1 automated Siri shortcut actions, a share ETA feature in Apple Maps, which could be fun. I didn't get to try any of the Find My stuff with the Find My Friends and any of that. I'm curious how
No, me either.
some of that would work. General bug fixes, of course, as well. And there's some other iOS 13 features that won't come until later this fall. One other question I have for you guys. Did you guys sign up for Apple Arcade?
I did. I didn't. Do you want to talk about this now or with the Google news?
Well, you know what? Why don't we just pivot smoothly right into this week's news? Among them, Google Play Pass. We talked previously on the show about Apple Arcade and Apple TV Plus and all these sort of subscription things. Well, right now, Google's bringing out their own subscription with the Google Play Pass. It's going to bundle over 350 games and apps for Android users, $4.99 a month. It'll be served ad-free and without any in-app purchases. Google will give users 10 days free, and the first year will be at $199 a month. It'll be in the U.S. this week and other countries soon. All of the games available on Google Play Pass are already available in the Play Store and will continue to be available as standalone purchases, so they're not exclusive to the Play Pass. And if you've previously installed any app that's included, your current app should automatically have its ads and in-app purchases unlocked and removed, respectively.
That's cool.
Google says roughly 2/3 of the apps included are games, including Stardew Valley, Monument Valley, Limbo, Risk, Mini Metro.
2/3 of the apps included in this are games. What are the other ones?
That's a really great question. I'm going to see while we discuss this if I can find a list.
It's cool. I like that this, if you have, that it's not exclusive games, it's kind of nice. But maybe it's not good for Google, but it's good for me. But then the other thing that I've been realizing, I haven't played around with Apple Arcade, is I don't want a free version of like a Clash of Clans or whatever, one of those games that's designed to be cost or to have like microtransactions. Those games just aren't fun. Like, if you take away the microtransaction part, it doesn't make the game more fun. It actually makes it worse. And you're just like, oh, well, this is awkward and like non-intuitive, and why do I have to do all this clicking and stuff like that? So it'll be interesting to see how this turns out for LGoog. I'm also curious how they put this together pretty quickly. It seems like curious what the deals are like.
Yeah, the only non-game app I can find them referencing is AccuWeather.
Oh, okay.
Which is a paid app at the moment. A PicStitch, Collage Maker, Tunable, which is music practice tools.
So that's interesting. I wonder, I guess why wouldn't that? If I don't know if this works for the game people, but if it does, why wouldn't it work for OmniFocus and all those people too? I guess OmniFocus is more expensive.
Yeah, I don't know the price level of what
Sky.
they're including. Yeah. The question for me is that they say they're going to rotate stuff in and out. And my question is, if you've been using an app for a year that normally costs $5 or $6, I think with a game it's one thing, because theoretically by then you would have beaten it depending on the game. But with just like a weather app or something like that, I think it would be disappointing to suddenly have it disappear from your device.
Ooh, yeah.
Agreed.
That would stink.
So, there you go.
Now, is that with Apple Arcade? Are those games on there indefinitely?
I think so, because aren't these all unique games? Aren't they all exclusives?
I think so.
So yeah, I think they would.
Yes.
I can go through. So I spent some time with Apple Arcade, and I have some recommendations.
Oh, hey, fantastic! I have some myself as well, so this will be fun.
Oh, okay.
We'll do a little segment.
I only have 2 recommendations, I think.
Okay.
I'll give you the one I haven't played yet, but I know it's going to be good. It's from a game maker that I have recommended before that makes those kind of like cool little card games you can play on iOS. This is called Cards of Darkness. And the other one I really liked, or that one I know I'm going to really like, and it's a great deal if you're in Apple Arcade. The other one that I found I really liked was What the Golf. What the Golf is like a surrealist mobile golf game where you... I don't want to say too much. It reminds me a lot of this other game I'm playing that I tried to explain to Colby once, where like just weird stuff happens and you're not like, it's not like any golf game you've ever seen. in terms of the levels, but also the mechanics. Like, I don't want to say anything more. I don't want to say anything about how it works because I think so much of it is probably like, oh wow, like this level is completely different from all the other levels in interesting ways. So
I just downloaded it. I'm very excited.
Check out What the Golf. It's a lot of fun. It's pretty easy so far. It's just a fun thing to experience.
Neat.
Can you not search for Apple Arcade games?
Yeah, you can. It's the same App
can.
Store search.
And if you search, it says search in arcade.
Card of Darkness.
Oh, card?
Yeah, for some reason it won't take Cards of Darkness, which is annoying. Because the exact same thing happened to me.
Huh. Lame. That's cool. What the golf?
So it sounds like you also signed up then, Colby?
Yeah. Do the free trial. I've downloaded, at this point, 6 games now. I've played one of them. I played that one Overland a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're in a car driving around the wasteland. I don't know. It seems kind of fun, but I played for like 10 minutes.
Now, something I will say is, in some ways, I'm more excited for the new Apple TV, so I can hook my controllers up to it and play some of these more complicated games on the big screen than I am for iPadOS. But have any of you tried to do that on your like iPhones?
No.
Hook up a controller? Okay.
Not yet.
Can you? Yeah. Do I have any wireless controllers? Believe it or not, I don't think I mentioned this on the show, but a couple weeks ago, my Vizio TV got an over-the-air update and is now AirPlay compatible.
Oh, that's dope.
Which is exciting.
Whoa.
That was a big surprise to me, AirPlay 2. So I'll have to see if I can send some games up there.
That's very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Sean, what are your picks?
I'm a big puzzler. That's kind of my thing.
You're a puzzling kind of guy.
A bit of a puzzler. Mini Motorways is great. If you liked Mini Metro, which I picked on the show before, it's the same people, similar idea, but it's got enough tweaks to it that it's different. And that's just a good kill time puzzler. And I also like Possessions, which I just started playing. And it's an optical illusion game where you have to kind of spin around to make things line up the right way. To close it out. It's one of the easier games I've played so far. I mean, I've only just started, but maybe I'm just really good at puzzles, not bragging. But it's been fun so far, so I've been enjoying that. So those are my games so far.
Sweet.
And I am... The first thing I thought was like, oh, this would be really fun on an iPad or an Apple TV. I think the phone is a tough place to get excited for Apple Arcade, in my opinion.
Yeah, because so many of the games are pretty high-end and pretty involved.
Good. Yeah.
Like, they're not simple.
Is it Apple Arcade's coming with iPad OS, right?
Yes.
Sick.
Yep. So you gotta wait a little bit longer. We're very close. Just a few more days.
Few more days.
Let's see, guys. Unless there's any other Apple stuff,
It's just one more day, right?
The 25th. So you got 2 more days.
I thought it was the 24th.
I thought it was the 24th.
I don't. What day is it even today? I don't know. Why are you asking me? I'm a millennial. I don't know how calendars work.
I'm pretty sure it's the 24th.
It's tomorrow. But to be fair, you can also download it in 2 days, so I technically wasn't wrong. Burned you.
Best kind of correct.
Technically, yes. Okie dokie. What else would we like to discuss? We've got stories, news.
Well, we talked about iOS 13.1 getting released sooner. Oh, real-world drone deliveries.
Yeah, we haven't talked too much about this. We've kind of heard a lot about drone deliveries. Not really too much here in the U.S. Well, Wing, which is the drone delivery company that started at the Google X Lab, it's under the Alphabet umbrella, is officially launching a test program in Virginia. As part of the program, Virginia. Christiansburg, Virginia, to be specific. And if you're one of the 22,000 people in that town, and are in a neighborhood they've deemed eligible, you'll be able to order select things from Walgreens select packages from FedEx Express, and sweets and stationery from Sugar Magnolia, a local chain who sells sweets and stationery. Wings says the pilot program is limited to the small town for now as they work with the locals. How does it work? When the customer places an order, one of Wings' delivery drones heads for a pickup location. Wings drones are only allowed to take off or land in specific locations. Therefore, pickups and deliveries are handled via a tether, a cable, with the drone itself hovering about 20 feet in the air. Once at the pickup location, a tether is lowered from the drone and a human operator hooks the package onto the line. The drone winches the packet into the air, up to the drone, secures it, and heads for the destination. Once in flight, Wings says its drone cruises at about 60 to 70 miles per hour with a range of about 6 miles each way. Once the drone arrives at the delivery location, the same tether line lowers the package. When the drone detects the package has reached the ground, the package is released, and the drone heads back home. All in all, Wing estimates they can make delivery within about 10 minutes of a customer finalizing their order.
It's kind of cool.
There's a picture in this article of what the packages sort of look like with their little hook hole, and they do say if the tether gets stuck on something or someone tries to grab it and tug it down, the drone is designed to detect the resistance and release the tether, dropping the line to the ground. It can currently
in case you're getting any funny ideas.
Don't even think about it. It can currently handle a payload of about 3 pounds.
Nice. You get 3 pounds of M&Ms.
Absolutely. You could ship a smaller drone via FedEx and have it delivered via drone.
That's the dream. Speaking of drones,
we invented air cranes.
Basically.
Sean, are you okay? Do you need us to send help?
Just the cat jumped on my desk the other day and knocked a bunch of crap off of it. He knows he's not allowed on the desk, and yet he does it anyway.
That's the nature of a cat.
And then he sits on my hand. He gets jealous because he doesn't like when I'm on the computer because I'm not giving him attention. So he'll like lay or sit on my hand when it's on the mouse, so I can't move it. And so he knows I'll stop using the computer and give him attention.
Aww.
And now he's meowing because he wants my attention. No, go away.
We can give him virtual attention. Do cats understand virtual attention?
Yeah, he barely understands human attention. Never mind virtual attention. he needs to snuggle. Damn it.
Damn it.
I feel ya.
So I think this is exciting. I think this is neat. I'm glad they solved the idea of drones flying very low and close to your house by just putting a giant cable on it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm still waiting for the first, takedown of one of these people shooting at him with guns and stuff. Now, here's a question: Will friend of the show and a fellow Coffee and Beer Network host Matt be able to move his house into this suburban area?
Into Christiansburg?
Have you brought this up with him?
I gotta look on the map and see where that is in relation to how far away it is from where he lives now.
It's Del Panic field trip.
It's at the western end of the state. He doesn't live anywhere near there.
Oh.
Because you would assume it was near, like, D.C. or something. It's not. It's the total other end of the state.
That's too bad.
Sorry. Close to Roanoke. Yep.
Cool.
So, look forward to that, fine citizens of Virginia.
What else do we got?
Oh, Dan, what else do we got? We got...
we have to talk about Facebook. Oh, Facebook.
Hey, give them credit. They're still trying.
They're still trying, all right. They're trying all sorts of things.
Now, we've talked previously on the show about the Facebook portal devices. I know you both own, 3 or 4 of them apiece?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everyone
has
one.
I recommend that all my friends get one, too.
Yes.
Yep. Well, the good news is they've got new ones, and you, my friend, can own them. Starting with two new devices. We'll start with the more basic of the two. The second generation portal devices, they are cheaper and smaller and have WhatsApp, is the short version of the story. The 2 screens, Portal is the larger one. It's a redesign of the previous model, and a smaller one known as the Portal Mini. The prices have dropped down. The 8-inch Portal Mini will retail for $129, and the 10-inch Portal will retail for $179. You'll notice the larger Portal doesn't have that fancy rotating display. The last version of the model did. That was the Portal Plus.
I didn't even remember that they had ever released this.
Oh, they're like in Best Buys.
I've never seen one. Never seen one.
Portal is coming to more countries beyond the US and Canada. It's also getting WhatsApp support for calls and video chats for the first time. They also support picture-in-picture viewing sessions. So, and get this, because I know you're really excited, both you and a friend can both view a video on Facebook Watch together while looking at each other.
Wait, now, could you and a friend watch the Don't Panic show while looking at each other?
I don't think we're technically on Watch, is the thing.
Are we going to take the Facebook Portal challenge?
That chance, Dan. The Portal also has Alexa Assistant support, same as the old model, but now has Amazon Prime Video on it as well.
So you can watch a movie on your weird
Portal.
TV while you can watch a movie while your TV watches you.
Watching a movie. Yes, exactly.
Perfect.
You got it.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'm sure Facebook hasn't released any sales numbers on these bad boys.
Nope, they do not break those out. I mean, it must be enough for them to keep building them, or they just don't care.
I mean, they have the money printing machine. So they don't have to care.
Yeah.
Now, the good news is you've already got a Portal in your kitchen and a Portal Mini in the bedroom, but what about the living room? Well, the good news is Facebook can also be there, introducing the Portal TV. It plugs into your TV. For $149, beginning November 5th, you can own a video chat device for your TV. It kind of looks like the Kinect sensor bar, if you remember that. It's just kind of like a long black bar with a camera in it. It plugs into your TV using the HDMI port. And it does the same things the Portal does. You make video and voice calls with WhatsApp and Messenger. It uses Facebook's smart camera technology to pan and zoom around the room as you move around there. You just say, "Hey, Portal," and it'll wake up. It also has augmented reality effects for your face and voice. It's also got the same picture-in-picture mode. It has certain select streaming services on it, in case you don't already have a device that supports them. And it comes with a remote. So
I wonder, I was reading the other day about how Amazon has their own video chat client that they just use internally so that they don't have to use anyone else. I wonder how much of this is like the Facebook workplace being like, well, we can't have like another company's video conferencing software, so we need something that hooks up to a TV and can take video calls. Does the Facebook TV Portal thing have screen sharing?
no.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, but it does have the picture-in-picture with Facebook Watch, which theoretically
Right.
could be extended to include.
Because Facebook loves dog fooding, so I wonder if they're like picturing us like the people, and then on the main screen is like a live stream of someone's screen sharing something.
It wouldn't
Now,
surprise me. That's a great
does
point.
Does the TV bar move around? Does it do the thing where it follows you?
No, it's
that
all.
was
I'm
that was the
assuming-
other one, right?
No,
the
the device
first
never
one?
moved around. I don't know what resolution. I'm assuming it's a 4K camera, and it's got enough resolution that it can zoom in without losing a lot of quality.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but that's just a guess, which I believe is what they had in the old one.
That makes sense. Well, I'm not going to get one of these, probably.
Yeah, me either. All right.
Ba-dum-ba.
Okay, well that was
Oh.
easy. We're not buying them.
Yeah, we're not. We should talk about Nextdoor.
We should. I thought this was fun. I like
I
this story
love
a lot.
talking about Nextdoor.
Guys, do you think Nextdoor is a little too mean?
No, not around me. I only have one funny Nextdoor story. But are people mean on Nextdoor?
Apparently enough for Nextdoor to introduce a kindness reminder feature to try and dissuade neighbors from posting mean comments. The way it works is that the kindness reminder technology looks for when you try and post a comment that's too similar to one that's been flagged in the past, the app will prompt you to edit your response and provide a link to community guidelines. It'll read, quote, "Kind replies make a difference. We noticed your reply looks similar to content that's been reported in the past. Would you like to rephrase it?" And although you're free to publish the comment in original form, there's a brighter, more colorful, larger edit reply button. In its beta test of the feature, Nextdoor said a, quote, "significant number of users chose to edit their comments after receiving the message." They say it uses machine learning to analyze previous comments that have been flagged for containing offensive comment. It's launching today in the US and globally in the coming months.
Oh, boy. Wow. Well, I don't know if this is good or bad.
I mean, the sort of example post that they use in this sample image they shared has someone writing, "Chrissy, you're an idiot. Why would you suggest that?" And it says, "Kindness makes a difference." So they change it to, "That seems like a bad idea to me." So that's the kinder way to say, "Chrissy, you're an idiot."
Right.
Now, but what if Chrissy is an idiot?
Well,
I've never told Chrissy.
But that's what's great is you can post it in its original form if you want. You don't have to be kind. It's just suggested that you are.
You know what I would like this as? An iOS keyboard.
For just everything you type.
Yes.
The kindness keyboard.
The kindness keyboard. Nice
That's-
alliteration.
That would be, and then I would love for that to like grade you on a scale of 1 to 10 for kindness.
Oh, yeah.
And be like, this comment is like a 6, and you're like, I can get away with a 6. It's like, this is a 9, and you're like, ooh, I gotta tone it back.
You could gamify it?
Yes, like what's my week or month score?
Yeah. Now, I read another interesting thing today. That we're careening off topic here, but about how all these social networks, like, they make it easy to like something or star it or heart it or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But they don't make it. It's not given a lot of UI prominence. You get like a number and like maybe a slightly different color if something's been liked.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas there is no easy way to say that you dislike something. So the only way to dislike something is to leave a nice, fat, big UI element with a bunch of text in it behind.
Yep.
Which hurts a lot more than a dislike button. I thought that was really interesting. I never thought about that way. We've made it easy to like something, but in doing so, we've kind of cheapened the like, and the dislikes come through way stronger, even though there's like usually far fewer of them. No one leaves a comment on Facebook or Twitter that's like, "Wow, Sean, this was a really solid post, and I just wanted to say, like, thanks for writing it."
Great
Because
job.
get a stupid like.
Well, it's that famous Twitter ratio, right? You got ratioed comments to retweets, right? But that's what I love about YouTube is they never backed away from that. They still have the thumbs up and thumbs down on videos,
Right.
which I think I agree with you, is actually in some ways a better idea. Certainly different. Interesting.
I just want to put that out there.
Did you have a good Nextdoor story, Dan?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Last Halloween, I think I posted this on the Do by Friday subreddit. Someone asked if someone would come over while they were and hand out trick-or-treat candy at their house.
Oh.
So they're seeking volunteers to be the person to hand out candy at their house. They didn't say why they would need this, or like, oh, are they busy? They didn't say like busy with what, like, oh, we're having a party. But then if you're having a party, like, why not just not hand out candy at all? Or do they not feel comfortable doing it? Or is there some other reason I can't even fathom?
That's weird.
Yeah, it was
That
weird.
is weird. Did anyone have any theories on the Do I Friday subreddit?
No, but I can find it.
Get to the bottom of this. Just in time for Halloween.
That's right, that's coming up.
Yeah.
Month away.
Man, I'm not prepared at all.
I'm handing out candy for the first time this year.
Ooh.
As a proud
You
one.
yourself, not as you're not getting someone else to do it for you?
Well, now that I have that idea, Dan, you want to come to my house and do it?
No.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Here's what they said. I posted this in the Dude by Friday subreddit 2 years ago. Wow. Title of my post: Dingle and Dingle. I would like to have some help at my haunted house this Halloween. Oh no, this is what it was. I will supply the food, drink, candy, and appropriate decorations. You provide a 5-minute routine for the trick-or-treaters that come to my door. And the only response was, I called the Ghostbusters and they said no one had been dispatched to my neighborhood. Which is pretty fun.
Darn. Weird. Now I want to sign up for Nextdoor. Do you actively peruse Nextdoor, Dan, or was it just a passing?
No, I read the digest emails. If I'm bored. I haven't gone on the website proper in years.
I think local Facebook groups are way more fun now. That's
I
where all
don't
the
know
action
that,
is.
but I don't think we have those in New York because there would be way too many fucking people in them.
But you might have one for your street. I mean, I'm in like 3 or 4 for my town.
Oh, okay.
Or your neighborhood or your collection of buildings, wherever you live. It wouldn't surprise me.
This is an interesting question.
Oh my! And then there's like the free speech ones where nothing is censored, but then there's like the ones where they censor certain things, and then there's drama. It's great. I'm a big fan.
Drama.
Plenty of it. Alrighty, any other stories in here we want to talk about? We got through pretty much all of them, unless you want to talk about the new Yahoo logo. It's generic.
It says Yahoo still. It's also
Yep. Although apparently this is a different hue of purple.
Ooh.
Which is odd, because it was purple before, so I don't know if you're going to stay with purple, why you would pick a different purple.
That's weird, but then again, when was the last time Yahoo did something that made sense?
Fair. I mean, they're barely a thing, so I'm not going to disagree. I do like it says the company that designed the new logo says that the Y and the exclamation point of the logo are both set at an angle of 22.5 degrees of forward tilt that suggests a sense of momentum and excitement.
I love marketing speak.
Oh, that press release you sent, the MasterCard one?
Mwah!
That was like...
Perfect.
That was... Should I share a little bit of that for the folks?
Yes, please. I think it'll really add some color to this Yahoo thing.
This is Munch Squad perfect content. MasterCard introduces the first taste of Priceless. What does Priceless taste like? In conjunction with the inaugural New York Times Food Festival, presenting sponsor MasterCard introduces 2 bespoke macaroon flavors, Passion and Optimism. In the latest manifestation, by the way, my favorite part, in the latest manifestations of its multi-sensory brand expression. Arriving on the heels of the launch of its first flagship restaurant, Priceless, in New York City, it is a sweet extension of MasterCard's long history of catering to consumers' culinary passions. Then, of course, you have to get in the quote. Raja Rajamanar, the chief marketing communications officer, said, quote, "People expect a lot, but sometimes what they don't expect can make a more lasting impression. With this first taste of Priceless, we are pushing our brand into uncharted territory and building on our expertise in creating the most extraordinary and delightful culinary experiences that you can get exclusively with MasterCard."
Yeah.
God, it just keeps going here. This flavorful brand expression is the latest evolution in MasterCard's multi-sensory identity and its efforts to create tangible, priceless experiences for its cardholder.
Yeah. Marketing. I don't see how this. I mean, on the one hand, we're talking about it. Like, I feel like every time we talk about something like this in the show, I have to bust out that line. You know, would we care if MasterCard was just like, hey, everyone gets 2 free macaroons if you come to this thing on MasterCard? Like, no one cares about that. You add this kind of language into it, suddenly you're memeing on Reddit super hard. Maybe this is just next level marketing.
All I know is if my man Dan texts me and tells me, dude, MasterCard is unveiling the latest expression of their multi-sensory brand, it's like, I gotta be there. I gotta be there. This is they're bespoke flavors.
Bespoke, damn.
They're being unveiled.
That's right. They're catering to consumers' culinary passions. What a dream. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on over to picks. We kind of did mini picks with the games. I don't know if you guys have anything else you want to share. I don't. I'm gonna think about it.
I have one.
Okay.
That you asked me not to put on the in the rundown here.
I want to be surprised.
Okay, Sean, you've introduced me to many great. I had a good
Bespoke
description for this the other day. Bespoke experiences that really expand on your brand's flavor profile. But my favorites are what I would call your books that you recommended that are like tech company car crash books.
Yes,
you
a personal
can't look
favorite.
away and it's all disaster. The Twitter book, the Amazon book, the Bad Blood, the Theranos book. I am reading Super Pumped, the Uber car crash book, an apt analogy if ever there was one. And it's pretty good. And I think, Sean, that you would really like it.
I actually, it's funny you mention it because I was waiting for somebody like you to read it and tell me it's good before I ordered it. So I am super pumped about this.
Do you have the Uber leadership quality of super pumpedness?
Absolutely not. But I also have ethics, so
well,
probably not for me.
Disqualifying.
Wow.
Have we talked about the Uber's leadership qualities or Uber's core values?
I don't think we've ever actually gotten into it.
Want to get into it?
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, ready? Value number 1, Uber mission. Value number 2, celebrate cities. Value number 3,
I don't know what that means. Okay.
meritocracy and toe stepping. This is a weird one because it's actually 2 things in one. The other one isn't a value at all. It's just a description of a thing that you do. Number 4, principled confrontation. Number 5, winning, champions mindset. Number 6, let builders build. That explains a lot. 7, always be hustling without a G.
Oh, hustle. Okay.
Hustling. Number 8, customer obsession. Okay, that one I get. Number 9, make big, bold bets. Don't make them too big. 10, make magic. I don't think that's what Uber does. Don't make magic. Make me a car that doesn't crash.
And also, I think several of the previous points could have fallen under make magic. It feels redundant.
Right. 11, be an owner, not a renter. But that's very counter to what Uber is. 12, be yourself. Hey, forget all this stuff. Just be yourself. It's fine.
I like how
13,
that's the last point, or one of the
No,
last.
it's not. We're at the last point. 13, optimistic leadership. Number 14, this is a little bit of a Heisen value. Just change, or inside out, or avoid politics, or the best idea wins.
Okay, that was just mouth gibberish.
Yep. I feel like there's... You ever watch the George Carlin bit where he takes the 12 commandments and reduces them to 2?
Yes.
I feel like there's something like this, like that for this, where you could take all these 14 values and just reduce them down to 2. Make magic and step on people's toes. Be yourself.
Make magic. Be yourself. That sounds like a 3rd grade classroom. All right, kids, always remember: make magic and be yourself. That's awesome. Are there more? Is it like the 38 steps of...
Nope, that's it.
That's it. Okay. That's fantastic. I love it. I'm very excited to pick this up. But I will wait until it's in softcover because I am cheap. But I will not get the Kindle version because I'm old.
Oh.
Do you know, I pre-ordered the Bad Blood softcover like 6 months ago, and they keep pushing out the delivery date. Because I think they just keep printing more of the hardcovers.
That sucks.
And
They want you to give up and shell out for the hardcover.
You know what? I'm not going to do it. The release date, right? All right, I placed the. When did I place the order? I genuinely need to know because I placed
It
the
must have
order.
been last June.
I placed the order on January 27th, 2019 for the soft cover, the
Okay.
pre-order. It is now due for release January 28th, 2020. So I will get it 1 year after I ordered it, theoretically, assuming they don't push it back again.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's annoying. Although the paperback. Oh no, wait. Oh no, that's the pre-order for the paperback. Well, why can't I get it in? Oh, maybe I ordered the wrong book. Anyway, I'm gonna get to the bottom because the cover art is all wacky. So no, it's only available. Well, anyway, okay, whatever. I'll figure this out. Maybe I gave somebody my money for nothing. Colby, any picks for you, or are you gonna pass this week?
I
It's okay to pass.
think I might pass. I'm gonna look at my phone for one hot second.
Well, maybe you can. Well, while you're looking, maybe you can try out my pick. It's the Cat Dancer original cat toy. And you're maybe saying to yourself, Sean, this is a $2 cat toy. That's a piece of wire with a few little cardboard bits stuck to it. I gotta tell you,
Oh my God! Yes.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, this cat toy is amazing.
I have bought my cat so many different toys, most of which he doesn't use, and this thing he goes. I actually bought him another kind of dancer toy. He doesn't like as much as this one, and they're just little. It's steel wire and rolled cardboard, and he just goes nuts and dances for it. And at $2, you can replace it all you want. And I learned, my brother told me, they now have a version of this from the same people with a suction cup on the end of it, so you can stick it to the wall or something, and the cat will just play all by himself. You don't have to wave it around, with him or her. So I highly recommend if you have a cat, and actually the cat in the photo looks like my cat, which is very nice. If you have a cat, I highly recommend picking up the Cat Dance original cat toy. It's $2, and you will get more than $2 worth of fun out of it. Available wherever fine pet products are sold.
Delightful. I don't have a pick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't think you are.
Wait,
That's the thing.
Let me check my list.
I don't think.
I'm gonna check. I'm trying to think. I started reading Name of the Wind again, which has been picked on the show already. Did I pick my Power Beats?
Yeah, you did.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. I think that's perfectly fine. You know what you can pick, Colby? How about a hot and fresh episode of Up for Debate?
UFD.
Published on the feed right now. It's a new episode all about baking, which was a lot of fun. Matt and we talked the history of baking. We talked some of the techniques of baking, different bake. Did you guys know there's such a thing as baked milk?
No.
What's that mean?
Well, it's a very complicated process where you heat up an oven, you put milk inside of it for 8 hours, and then you take the milk out and consume it.
This is different than pasteurized milk.
Right. This is slow and low. You're baking the milk. And
You're sous videing it.
And apparently something happens to it that makes it thick and slightly brown and tasty. It's big in Russia and Russia-adjacent countries.
Did you try it?
Absolutely not.
Oh, challenge.
Hard pass. But speaking of challenges, Matt and I also ended the episode with giving each other a baking challenge.
Oh.
And I don't want to, because we sort of pick in the episode what we're going to bake. You want me to spoil what we're going to bake?
Yes.
We are making macaroons.
Oh.
Why?
Oh.
No idea. Because they're not easy, have complicated ingredients you'll never use for anything else, and take a bunch of work. But
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure my sister has been trying to make macaroons for years.
yep.
Now, Sean, are you going to make one of the MasterCard flavored macaroons?
That would be very funny. I think that the bespoke flavors.
Are you thinking optimism or are you thinking passion?
In a way, it's the perfect challenge. Like one of you can do optimism, one of you can do passion.
I feel like you both have a lot of optimism thinking you can make macaroons, so...
We have a lot of passion to try and likely fail. Yeah. How will our macaroons turn out? You're going to have to tune into the next episode to find out. We're not having an episode this week due to a scheduling conflict, so next week we will be publishing the results of our baking challenge, and as an even fresher teaser, we're about 2 weeks away from the next movie draft. which will be a lot of fun. These two guys, along with a bunch of other players, will be picking a whole new set of movies for the winter, and we'll be crowning the summer champion. I just ordered the trophy the other day. I can't believe it. Another one done and over with. Dan, tough year for you.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Is Dan back to...
Dead last. And by a healthy margin.
Yeah.
An absolute collapse.
Now, what was the movie that we need to do well?
All of them? I mean, you basically had Toy Story 4 and nothing else. You only had 4 movies.
Yeah, we need a billion out of Toy Story.
Yeah, and I mean, Toy Story, it wasn't the top 5 movies of the summer, I believe. Maybe top 6, but that was not enough because literally, I think your other 3 movies combined didn't make $100 million.
Yeah, we needed Men in Black to do a little something.
Yeah, that was $80 million.
Oh my god!
I mean, it was a nothing burger. So, and Colby, you ended up in 3rd again.
As I do.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, at this point, I would be surprised if you didn't. That would be the big twist.
Right. I would like to know, like, so total movie drafts, like, start to finish, like, who has the highest totals? Or, like, is there some metric where I'm winning?
Okay, that's a really good question. And the funny thing is, I do keep a master stats sheet.
This sounds like a data scientist interview question. To take this data set and come up with some equation where Colby's winning.
Colby's winning. That sounds a little unethical, if I'm being honest.
We call this interview "Cooking the Books."
I will say, for a long time, Colby, you held the record for most films purchased in a draft. But Dan and Sarah beat you back not too long ago, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. Outside of that, I don't see any immediate records. Oh wait, no, hang on. No, I'm sorry. No, you don't own any records.
Oh, I have a pick.
Oh, good.
The Good Place season 3 is on Netflix.
Hey, and season 4 premieres on NBC, I think, this week.
Yes. When Dan was talking about his kindness keyboard, I was thinking of that. Seems very The Good Place. Yeah, it's funny. It's still funny. Makes me laugh.
Final season.
Yeah.
It's all over.
Wrapping up.
Very cool. Great pick. By the way, Dan, you do still hold the record for the lowest grossing movie ever drafted. So.
Is that Sicario or whatever? Or
no, that was The Comedian.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Even lower than that, like, historical drama with Matthew McConaughey?
Yes. Yes.
That was
bad. Because that summer... Yeah, that was the same summer that the same... Oh, no. Or was it... Yeah, no, it's not that, but I'm trying to remember what year that was. Now they're all blending together.
I feel like that was one of the earlier ones. And I thought, oh, Matthew McConaughey's stock's on the rise.
And here's one trivia question I'll leave you with before we wrap up here. Dan, you purchased the first ever movie in the movie league back in the summer of 2016. Do you remember what movie that was?
No.
It was the lowest grossing movie that summer in our draft. You paid $12 for it, which is still the highest price ever paid for the lowest grossing movie in a respective year. Of course, it was the first one ever done. You didn't know. I'll give you that. Why, that would be everyone's favorite, that cult classic, Hardcore Henry.
Oh, Henry.
I remember we talking about that movie on the draft as we were doing it.
Yep, somehow. And that made more than The Comedian, so go figure. Alrighty. Well, that's going to do it for us here. We got to wrap up, but we appreciate everybody coming out and joining us on this wonderful, humid Monday night. Of course, our website, don'tpanic.io. You can go there and get all the past episodes, the audio, the video, the links to the picks will all be there. If you're going to buy any of our picks, go there because we get the referral bucks. And also, you can subscribe to the show wherever you get podcasts. Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Overcast, Apple Podcasts. Pocket Cast is now free. You can get us there as well. We're everywhere. Everywhere you want to be, just like MasterCard. And, of course, you can follow us at Don't Panic Show on Twitter and emails, don'tpanicshow@gmail.com. We will be back next week with more tech news and some